Welcome back to Gamepad Gaming, the #1 place for Android games that actually work with your controller. It's 2026, and the line between console and mobile is gone. If you've got a backbone, a Razer Kishi, or just a Bluetooth pad, you need to see this list. Today, we're counting down the top 10 best new Android games with native controller support that dropped this year. We're talking high frame rate action and deep RPGs that feel right at home in your hands. If these picks help you ditch the touchscreen, smash that like button. 20 likes helps the channel more than you know. And drop a comment below. What game should I look for next? Subscribe to join the Gamepad squad, and turn on the notification. You forgot it last time. Let's get into the list.
Gamepad Gaming, here we go. New one place for the show. Android games with Patty.
Warframe. If you haven't experienced the sheer scale of a AAA title on your phone yet, this is the one. Warframe is a phenomenon. It's a free-to-play online action game where you play as a biomechanical warrior, unleashing devastating abilities and parkouring across massive open worlds. The mobile port is surprisingly flawless, and yes, it features full controller support, letting you experience the buttery smooth movement and gunplay just like on console. But here is a critical heads up for my viewers. If you download Warframe on Android between now and March 4th, you can earn a special in-game reward called the Cumulus Collection. Don't sleep on that bonus. With 57 unique Warframes to master and years of cinematic story content, this isn't just a game. It's a universe you can now carry in your pocket. If you want a deep, rewarding co-op shooter with perfect controller integration, this is a must-download. Exhausted Man. Exhausted Man is a game that redefines the term low effort. This is Exhausted Man. It's a physics comedy game where your protagonist is so tired, they can only crawl. The goal? Just survive the night. But here's the twist. You have to do everything while lying down. Decorate the room. Make crucial choices that determine the night's ending. And if it all gets too exhausting, just take a nap right there on the floor. And the best part for 2026? Full controller support. The analog sticks make the wobbly physics even funnier, letting you clumsily navigate this crucial night with pinpoint and accuracy. A hilarious take on exhaustion, exclusively on Android. Dead Lasso Temple of Shadows. Dead Lasso, Temple of Shadows. You are Ed Lasso, a rootin' adventurer on the hunt for the legendary Lazarus Stone. This isn't just a straight line to the finish. We're talking about a massive, handcrafted Metroidvania with 190 rooms to explore. Your goal? Collect golden dust scattered across a labyrinth of traps and shifting shadows to awaken the relic's power. As you explore, you'll unlock new abilities like dashing, gliding, triple jumps, and even bombs. The level design forces you to chain these moves together to scale cliffs, swim through flooded chambers, and blast through walls. And here's the best part for us couch gamers. Full controller support is built in, making those tight platforming sequences feel silky smooth. If you're looking for a massive dungeon crawler with a weird sense of humor and tight controls, put Dead Lasso, Temple of Shadows on your radar for 2026. Chronomon, Monster Farm. Chronomon, Monster Farm is a game that asks the important question, what if Pokemon and Stardew Valley had a baby? That game is Chronomon, Monster Farm. And before we dive in, a quick heads up on the model here. Chronomon is free to try with a generous tutorial, and then it's a one-time purchase of $4.99 to unlock the full game. No ads, no IAPs, no hidden strings attached. This is a full-blown, offline monster taming RPG. You'll tame powerful Chronomon, explore a vast open world, and grow your dream farm. The controller support feels fantastic, letting you seamlessly switch between strategic, turn-based battles with your monsters, and the relaxing pace of planting crops and raising animals. You can even put your Chronomon to work on the farm to help out. From exploring hidden dungeons to building relationships with the townsfolk and shaping the story, everything is built for a premium, console-like experience right on your phone. If you want a deep RPG where you can battle, farm, and explore entirely on your own terms, this is a must-play. Go Ape Ship. Go Ape Ship is the definition of frantic co-op fun. This is Go Ape Ship. If you and your friends love games like Overcooked or Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time, you need this on your Android right now. You and up to 7 other players. Yes, 7. Form a crew of astrochimps. Your job is to master over 40 mini-games to keep your spaceship from exploding. You'll be putting out fires, fixing engines, and unlocking new rooms, all while flying through space. And with full controller support, you can kick back on the couch and play it just like a console game. The best part? It's a try before you buy title. Download it for free to see if you and your crew have what it takes. Then unlock the full Shinji adventure with a single purchase. For the best co-op chaos on Android in 2026, Go Ape Ship is a total blast. Rise of the Penguins GB. Rise of the Penguins GB is a true blast from the past. If you grew up in the 90s, you're going to love the aesthetic of Rise of the Penguins. This isn't just a retro-style game. It's actually a 2D side-scrolling action platformer built for the original Game Boy. Yes, you can play it on original hardware, but the Android port with controller support is absolutely fantastic. The gameplay is simple and linear, heavily inspired by classics like Ghosts and Goblins and Mega Man. Don't let the cute penguin fool you, though. The enemy placement gets seriously challenging. It features 6 main levels, plus 2 extra stages, and a massive roster of 6 mini-bosses, 8 main bosses, and a final showdown. The animations are handcrafted and janky by the developer, which just adds to that authentic, retro charm. A really smart feature for mobile is the difficulty settings. You can adjust the checkpoints across 6 simple levels to make the game harder or easier depending on if you're commuting or sitting down for a challenge. There's minimal story and no text, just pure, hardcore platforming action. If you love retro challenge and have a telescopic controller, this little indie gem needs to be on your radar. Dark December. Next up on our list is a title for fans of deep lore and intense dungeon crawling. Meet Dark December, a prequel to the hit game on December. Here, you aren't just fighting monsters. You are uncovering the truth about the evil god Serpens and the 12 gods who created this dark fantasy world. The action is fast, fluid, and built for a controller. You can choose your path as the tanky two-handed berserker, the agile ranged raven, or the devastating spellcaster Morgana. Whether you're cleaving through hordes or sniping enemies from a distance, the analog sticks and triggers make every fight feel responsive and weighty. Once you master the combat, the real grind begins. You can test your build in the abyss of chaos dungeons, challenge powerful bosses in the Hall of Oblivion, or team up with up to 3 friends to survive endless waves in the Dimensional Rift. It's a true ARPG experience on your phone. And just like we want for 2026, the controller support is seamless for the gameplay, letting you dive deep into this conspiracy without being tied to touch controls. Dark December is a must-try for action RPG veterans. Vilaayath Budha, the survival. We are heading to the dense forests of India for a truly unique experience. This is Vilaayath Budha, the sandalwood survival. Visuals, gameplay footage showing the jeep driving, switching to third-person walking, and the dynamic day/night cycle. Host, voiceover. Marking a massive milestone for mobile gaming. This is India's first superstar-driven survival title, featuring the official likeness of Malayalam cinema icon Prithviraj Sukumaran. You play as Double Mohan, a smuggler navigating a stunningly atmospheric open world based on the Marair forests. And here's the good news for today's list. The controller support is flawless. Whether you're mastering the realistic Jeep mechanics or sneaking through the brush, the analog sticks and triggers make the experience feel like a console-quality thriller. With a dynamic day-night cycle that affects your strategy and zero pay-to-win mechanics, this is a must-play for fans of immersive survival games. A true cinematic adventure right on your Android. Embers of Ruin. We have a game that redefines the post-apocalypse on mobile, Embers of Ruin. This isn't just another walk through the wasteland. Embers of Ruin is an open-world survival RPG where an advanced AI director keeps you on your toes. 1 minute you're scavenging for scrap, the next you're facing an unpredictable ambush or a desperate rescue mission. But here's where it gets really good. You can fluidly parkour over crumbling cities, seamlessly transitioning from a sprint to a slide, all thanks to full analog controller support. And when the fighting is done, you kick back and manage your own survival farm, growing food to trade with other survivors. So, if you want deep crafting, meaningful choices, and a world that reacts to you, all from the comfort of your gamepad, Embers of Ruin is a must-play for 2026. Arcade Space Shooter Arena. Arcade Space Shooter Arena is a title that truly respects its roots. Arcade Space Shooter Arena. If you missed the golden age of the arcade, this is your new favorite game. It's a blisteringly fast, dual-stick shooter that feels absolutely perfect with a controller. We're talking smooth left-stick movement for dodging and right-stick aiming for precision firing. Exactly how a space shooter should feel. What I love here is the depth. You can crank up the difficulty for a real challenge, or use the stage practice mode to master those tricky boss patterns. And speaking of bosses, just look at the scale of these in-stage encounters. Packed with power-ups and 5 huge stages, Arcade Space Shooter Arena delivers that classic, addictive survival feeling. A must-play for any arcade fan looking for authentic controller support.